As Syndeia has developed over the last 7 years, each new feature has been accompanied with new tutorials and video demonstrations. It has reached a stage where we thought new users could benefit from a guide to find their way through over 200 individual training elements. Effective use of these resources cannot be overemphasized in helping users achieve good operating performance with minimum time and labor. All of this material is fully open to the public. However, carrying out the hands-on tutorials does require that you have Syndeia set up and incorporated into your development environment, at least at a sandbox level. Short-term evaluation licenses for Syndeia are available on request through our online help desk at www.intercax.com/help. We start with the Syndeia 3.4 Confluence page. The easiest way to reach this is through the Intercax website, choosing Products, Syndeia, Documentation, and then Syndeia 3.4. Or you can go directly to the Confluence page at https://wiki/spaces/SYN34. This figure indicates the best path depending on how the student intends to use Syndeia. In each case, a good place to start is the Introduction and Architecture short summaries of the key features and functions of Syndeia. After that, the path will depend on the user's role. If they will be setting up Syndeia Cloud, and most organizations will want to do this, at least after the initial evaluation, they should go to the Syndeia Cloud section and read through the deployment and maintenance sections. The deployment section assumes that the reader has extensive server admin experience and provides detailed instructions depending on the operating system and scale of the installation. Regular Syndeia users generally don't need this information. These regular users fall into 3 main groups: those using the Syndeia plugin for Magic Draw Cameo, the plugin for Rhapsody, or the Syndeia web dashboard. For Cameo users, we recommend going to the Tutorials section first. The user guide may be useful later as a reference. Under the Tutorials, start with Part 1, Introduction. This includes 8 video demonstrations, all available through links to YouTube. The first 5 may be sufficient at first. The last 3 introduce an advanced topic, custom mappings. After the introduction, the user should choose one or more of the following sections, based on the main integrated tools they will be working with. If, for example, you will be making connections to Jira, especially from Cameo to Jira, go to Part 8, where there are 4 videos and 8 hands-on tutorials. Several of those tutorials use Sysml models and other accessory files, which the user can download from the section labeled Sysml Models, Profiles, and Mappings. Now, many of the tutorials and videos in this area cover creating custom mappings, which not all users will do. However, reviewing this material is critical for those who will. Creating custom mappings is a complex topic with critical variations between tools, and those users should complete all of these lessons, both in the Introduction section and the individual tool sections. Before attempting to generate new mappings. The tutorials under Syndeia for Rhapsody are almost a duplicate for the Cameo section. However, there are some differences, due both to Rhapsody and Syndeia, that the user should take notice of. A few other comments. Some of the videos and tutorials may reference earlier versions of Syndeia, releases 3.1 through 3.3. These were not updated because there were no significant changes in Syndeia in those areas. However, be careful, especially when following links into the user guide sections, that you are still looking at 3.4 materials and not 3.3 or earlier, which remain online. And keen-eyed observers may notice that Section 9 is missing. It covered Syndeia features that have been eliminated in the latest release. The 3.4 release greatly enhanced Syndeia Cloud, especially the Syndeia Web Dashboard. Users of the Web Dashboard do not have all the capabilities to create connections in comparison with the Cameo and Rhapsody plugin users, but they have many more options to analyze and visualize the digital thread created by those connections. These users should start in the Tutorials section. Part 1, Introduction, with 3 videos, followed by Part 19, Syndeia Graph Analysis. With 4 more videos. These describe common features of the Syndeia Web Dashboard. Then the user selects one or more individual tools that they will be using. For example, Eris Innovator PLM, and review the demos and tutorials. Note that not all of the integrated tools appear in the index, because not all models are accessible from the Syndeia Web Dashboard in Syndeia Release 3.4. This includes Simulink, Stateflow, NX, Creo, and others. Also, we do not provide any starter models for the Web Dashboard tutorials. Users will need to populate their own Syndeia Cloud database. The tutorials provide guidelines to using Syndeia Cloud's features in your own model repositories. There are 2 final sections to mention. Syndeia Standalone is a local client for users that do not have a Sysml modeling tool, but still need access to local applications like Simulink and Creo. Its functions are largely being replaced by the Syndeia Web Dashboard. Review the first 3 videos and 3 exercises, plus the first individual tool exercises in the plugin sections. For advanced users who wish to access the Syndeia Cloud REST API directly, the best available documentation can be found under the Syndeia Cloud REST API heading. Syndeia training materials are constantly being added to. Segments on the REST API for Jupyter Notebooks, optimizing graph queries, and installing Syndeia Cloud are all in progress. The Intercax website blog is a good place to find announcements of the latest editions. And we welcome suggestions and corrections for the training through our online help desk at intercax.com/help.